I'm Sebastian, and this is for Mrs. Mann class, and reading The Elephant at the Waldorf by Miranda. At the Waldorf Astoria, one summer night, my mother and I saw the startling sight. The circus truck pulled up and parked in the line. Ignoring the noise and no parking sign. A driver jumped out from his truck in the block. He took out a key and unlocked the big lock. He lowered the ramp and then, to our amazement, tried coaxing an elephant into the pavement. A circus skull climbed on the elephant's back. The man snapped a whip and crickly crack. They offered her boxes of popcorn to eat, but the elephant wouldn't step into the street. A spangled trapeze artist tickled her nose. A circus magician pulled out her rose. My mother and I gave her peanuts a try. She turned up to her trunk, sniffed, and decided. Acrobats tumbled and began to leave. A Waldorf pulled an elephant droll from his sleeve. The ringmaster called out the elephant's name. The fire eater lit up. They swallowed a flame. An upside-down clown turned down around in one hand, and the orchestra leader conducted the band. As the flat lady warbled her favorite ditty, the elephant sat there and watched in New York City. The near frantic head of the Waldorf Hoddle looked out of the clock. Then he said with a yell, "The curtain goes up in 15 minutes from now. The elephant has to get out of there somehow." We stood and we wondered what more could be done, when finally the trainer arrived with his son. He twirled off his cape with a whirl in his hands, and he bowed to deeply and greet all of his fans. "Stand back, everybody. Now I am going to charge. I can move any elephant, tiny or large." He tugged and he pulled, then he ordered and shouted. He made funny faces, he cried and he pouted. He tried everything he could think of to do. He tried some old tricks and a few that were new, but his trainer gave up with a minute to go. He said I was sorry and canceled the show. Then the young boy Tux and little Ty said very quietly, "Dad, may I try?" His father agreed and the boy took his turn. He winked at the elephant. When will they learn? He patted her sweetly. Don't stay here all night. Please, won't you come?" He's very polite. Like magic, from that dark, hay-covered floor, the elephant stood and squeezed through the door. She raced down the ramp and then into the street. She wiggled her ears and reached up on 2 feet, then offered her trunk to the doorman named Bobby. She walked up the steps and waddled into the lobby. She crowned the sidewalk with stepping into Euphoria as the elephant entered the Waldorf Astoria. The rest of the circus acts hurried inside. The animal's trainer applauded with pride. His son saved the day with the second to pair. He hugged him and kissed him and rubbed and rumpled his hair. The people who watched gave a standing ovation. They yelled and they shouted with deep admiration. The boy took a bow and they both disappeared. My mother and I waved goodbye and we cheered. We wished we could follow them from the street. The Waldorf Astorians were on in the fourth treat. Imagine the circus girls sparkling and prancing in some golden ballroom and an elephant's dancing. Then I got to thinking. I looked at my mother. We had the same thoughts as we stared at each other. We both stared, giggling and laughing till we cried. How would that elephant get back outside? This book is The Elephant at the Waldorf, and the elephant wouldn't come out because it was sad, and a lady went like, ah! She hummed that. I think that's her favorite song. The book said it was. And then the trapeze came, and then someone put fire in his mouth, and then a little guy, he pulled out an elephant stuffed animal, and then someone that did all these things, like do this, and then he did all these other things, and then a little boy said, can I have a turn? And then he says, please don't stare all night. And he was very polite. Then he danced all around, and he went near the street, and he got into the thingy. He got into the museum, and then before he got into the museum, he started in 15 minutes. He said, manager said, then they're all amazed. Bye.